Hey folks, it's Andrew. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at VM Manager. So VM Manager is a way to manage your virtual machines by allowing you to patch VMs with security updates, set up policies to make sure things are enforced correctly, take inventory of what is installed on your virtual machines, and being able to run automated scripts against them to do configuration, things like that. So if you've ever used something like, let's say, a Simple Systems Manager, it's something equivalent. So I'm here in Compute Engine. I have never used this before, but I understand the concepts of it. So we're going to kind of stumble our way through it here, and I'm going to make it look like I know what I'm doing. But under here, we have VM Manager, and so we have patch, and then we have OS policies. We are going to need to enable the functionality here, and I think says, yeah, enable full manager functionality. So the first 100 VMs are free of cost. Sounds good. We're going to go enable that. And so now it's enabled. All right. And so I'm going to imagine that if we launch some VM instances, we'll be able to see some stuff. And so it looks like I actually am running a server. I'm not sure if I am running a server. Let's go take a look here. I am running a server, and my Apache server, why am I running a server? I don't remember why. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete this. If that's all right. Am I running an instance an instance group that maybe didn't shut down or something? Let me take a look here quickly. Yeah, looks like I am. That's probably why. So that's okay. I mean, as long as we have something running, I'll start another instance for fun here, just so that we have two. You can just start one if you want. I'm going to go over to Toronto here. I'm going to go to E2. I'm going to choose an E2 micro. We're going to go ahead and just go and create that. Not setting anything else on it. We're just going to spin that up. Let's go back here on the left-hand side to VM Manager and see if we can do anything with it. I mean, I think I'd be mostly interested in setting configuration with it, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I know that in order to use VM Manager, you have to have some kind of agent installed. I think it's called OS config agent, and so that is going to be something that we're going to need. But let's see if we can go figure this out. So one thing I want to know is, like, do I already have the OS config installed? So that's going to be something like how do I install the OS? Actually, you know what? I think when we launch a virtual machine, we might even have an option to select it. So I'm going to go back over here. I know I already launched one, but let's go here and just carefully look and go to observability. So you have ops agent. Maybe that's not what I was thinking of. Advanced. And so I'm just looking to see if there's something additional that I'm supposed to checkbox. I don't think so. I don't think so. So give me a second. I want to make sure that we can monitor these things using VM Manager. Okay, so just give me just a moment, all right? All right, so in the docs, we're talking about the OS config agent, and so I guess we can go inside there and take a look if it actually exists. So I've obviously just spinned up a Debian machine. I'm hoping that it just comes pre-installed. That'd be really sweet. And so this server is not supposed to be here. It's not spinning down for some reason, but I'm going to SSH into the new one. I don't mind having the other VM around here. And what we'll do is we'll go here, we'll copy this line, and we'll see if it's already pre-installed. If it is, we're in good shape. If we're not, well. So I'm going to go ahead here and just give this, whoops, a paste. It did not take as I hoped, so I'm going to just try that again. There we go. We'll hit enter. And so it's saying command not found. I mean, sudo systemctl should be there, but I think it's because it pasted in a bunch of other stuff I didn't want. So we'll just make sure that's correct. And it's already active and running. So I guess if we're using some of those base images, we're going to already have that in place. And so we're in good shape because we are seeing that it is available there. But if it wasn't there, it looks like there are steps to install it. And it's as simple as that. Wow, that's really, really easy. For AWS, their agent, not so easy. But that's good. You can either set the instance metadata on each VM. That's another thing that matters. I think that in order for it to track it, it also has to have that metadata there. Or it should have it on there. Let's go take a look at the instance and see if there's any metadata. So yeah, so here it says enable OS config. So I didn't set that, but because it's already installed and the VM manager is on there, that's going to be there. We already had an instance over here. Would this one actually have that tag, or would it just not be there? So notice that this one does not have it, and maybe because before we turned on VM Manager, it wasn't there. So if you have existing ones, then you'd probably have to add that tag for it to take effect. So this one is basically not being tracked. So it's kind of nice that we had that one around because now we know of that edge case. Okay, but I want to actually do something with the VM Manager. It's great that we have it installed. Patching seems kind of boring to me. I would like to apply some configuration if that's possible. I thought that's what we could do with this thing, but give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find it, okay? And I would say I'm not really finding it. Older docs point to the OS config API to turn it on. We obviously just pressed the button. It probably turned on those for us underneath. So really we just have those two things to work with. But maybe we were doing that through the OS policies. Maybe we should try to do a patch first and see what happens. Let's go ahead and create a patch job. Again, never done this before, but it can't be that hard. Select VM instances for filters or select them manually. We'll go ahead and select it. And obviously we'll do this one. Other updates available. So there are some statuses here. Notice we don't have any information, but again, OS config is not enabled for that one, so we'll checkbox that one. We just spun it up, so I'm not sure what it would need. You might not have any information here because, you know, at the time of deploying. This will force the patch to run on instances from managed instance groups. We're not worried about that. We'll call this my patch. Okay, we're gonna go over here to Debian. Okay, so my Debian patch. Oh, cool. So like if you need to do an apt-get update, you can do that. So we have patch parameters, and we can select updates. List of updates that will be included in the deployment. Okay, that's cool. List of updates that will not be included. So maybe we want to say don't do these ones or specifically update those ones. But I'm just going to do the standard apt-get updates. Not a bad idea. Oh, we can run it right now? Yeah, let's do that. One zone at a time, sure. There's no percentage of, because we have one. Just going to do that here. Post and batch reboot. The agent will decide if the reboot is necessary. Good. That's good question. Pre and post scripts run before patching starts. Reboot if required. So I guess here we could be attaching from a bucket, probably a bash script, and then a post script. I don't have any interest in doing that here today, but that's cool that you could do it. I guess that if you wanted to do anything, like even if it wasn't specifically just updating something, but you wanted to, like let's say install something, maybe you could do that, eh? Probably, I'm not sure if that'd be the proper use case, but you definitely could do it. So what we're looking for is the job done? Now it's supposed to happen pretty darn quick. It says duration 1 hour. I'm not sure why it would take that long. We'll give this a nice refresh here. And what I want to see, it did a run. So 20% complete. How is it only 20% complete? But we'll give it a nice hard refresh here. I imagine it must be quick. I guess it's doing the update, right? Oh, it's down here. So we can view the logs. Right, system indicates a reboot is not required. Nice. Beginning patch apply tasks. And so we're just waiting. Yeah, we're just waiting for this to complete. So we'll give it about 3-4 minutes. We'll be back in just a moment. It doesn't take long to do an update. All right, so we did have to do a refresh there, but yeah, it applied that patch update, and so that was pretty straightforward. And so maybe in the next video we'll look at how to add an OS policy, but yeah, very simple.